Come with me, toy fans.
Hey toy fans, my name is Tony and welcome back to the Analog Toys YouTube channel. Now this is a bit of an unexpected video today. I wasn't planning on doing this, and for those of you who are waiting for Toy Histories episode 11 on Evil Knievel, it will still be dropping later this week. But this kind of propped up and I thought I needed to do a video on this. So Big Chief Studios in the UK has released a sort of a 1/6 scale Captain Scarlet action figure. Now, for those of you who don't know what Captain Scarlet is, well, I'm not quite sure why you clicked on the video. Maybe you're just a fan of the channel. So Captain Scarlet, there was a TV producer back in the 60s in the UK called Gerry Anderson, and he made all of those fantastic marionette adventure serials for children, the most famous of which is the Thunderbirds. But Captain Scarlet is my personal favourite of all the Gerry Anderson TV shows. And yeah, Big Chief Studios has produced a 1/6 scale collectible Captain Scarlet figure. I was very interested in purchasing one of these figures. For years and years I've wanted an original 60s Captain Scarlet, I think made by Pedigree. But the last time I saw a box one of those sold was a number of years ago, and it went for about £1,000 sterling. I'm sure the price has increased since then. They don't turn up often and they're way out of my price range. But when I saw this, I was very tempted to get it, but I'm kind of glad that I held off. So a little bit about the Captain Scarlet figure. So I'll flash some images up on the screen here. As advertised on the Big Chief Studios website, this is the voice of the Mysterions. We know you can read this, people of Earth. Captain Scarlet is Spectrum's ultimate weapon in the fight against us. Join Spectrum with the first in a series of 6-scale character replica figures and you'll become an enemy of the Mysterions. So this figure sells for £249 sterling. That's like $450 Australian. This is what should be a really high-end collectible. Now, one of the reasons I decided to, or not decided, one of the reasons I'm glad that I held off on purchasing one of these is I'm on a number of Facebook groups, and one in particular, there's a Facebook group, Gerry Anderson Toys. Is that what the Facebook group's called? Yeah, it's just Gerry Anderson Toys. Where people, who are interested in, Captain Scarlet, Thunderbirds, all that kind of thing. Now, there's a lot of people on here who've purchased this item, this collectible 12-inch Captain Scarlet. But there seems to be a lot of quality assurance issues or quality control issues. The biggest one seems to be that the badge that should be in the centre of his hat is actually off to one side. Now, there's a lot of sort of quite innovative collectors on here who have basically removed the badge and found another way of getting the badge on there by taking like a water slide decal off one of the Captain Scarlet model kit vehicles. Okay, so the small decal comes from the Airfix Angel kit. Because so the cap badge is misaligned. It should be dead center in his cap, and it's sitting off to one side on a lot of the figures that were shipped out to consumers. So people have been removing the decal and then replacing it with a small decal from this Airfix model kit. And the other issue is with the jacket, I believe. There's been some issues. Okay, so there's one guy on here who's talking about the poppers have been replaced with metal and color coded. The off-center hat badge removed and replaced with a decal. Let me just say, if you're buying a high-end collectible like this, this is not a toy for kids. At £249 sterling, this is a high-end collectible. There should not be quality control issues like this. I would be very disappointed if I had forked out that money and the figure had arrived with an off-center cap badge and I've got to make my own sort of modification to fix it up. It's pretty disappointing. And some of the comments that I've seen on Facebook are that Obviously, there aren't many companies out there today making any kind of Jerry Anderson products, whether they be collectibles or toys or whatever. And there's some people on Facebook who are actually asking fellow collectors to, rather than sort of send a lot of complaints to Big Chief Studios. Now, I have heard when people have emailed them and made complaints, they get back to them very quickly, and they're sort of working through a way of maybe sending out replacement jackets or hats. But you shouldn't need to do that when you're paying a premium fee for a premium collectible. And what some of the people on Facebook are saying is that if they don't work with Big Chief Studios on this issue, there's the potential that they won't get any more products in the future. Well, really, Big Chief Studios, you need to up your game. Like, I do think what you've created is it's a fantastic likeness of the character. People seem to be generally happy with everything apart from these quality control issues. As I said, I don't want to pay a large sum of money for an item like that. You wouldn't get an issue like that with Hot Toys or Sideshow. It wouldn't turn up with a central cat badge being sat off to one side. It's kind of inexcusable. So I think it's a real shame. You don't get this. Yeah, so another issue. So there are like 4 poppers on the side of the jacket, and it seems like the top one is kind of offset. So when you go to do the jacket up, it pulls across it. It doesn't sit naturally as it should do. It's really disappointing for people who've paid a large sum of money for an item like this. It is a shame because there aren't many companies, if any, who are producing any kind of Jerry Anderson stuff, be it Thunderbirds or Captain Scarlet. A lot of people are excited about this, including myself. As I said, I was tempted to add this to my collection, but after all of the traffic on social media over the last week or so about this particular item, as they're being shipped out to consumers and people are starting to receive them and open them, people are getting out on social media, discussing all these issues that they have with the item. So I just thought I'd throw this quick video together. If any of you are interested in purchasing one of these, I'm not saying don't purchase one. I'm kind of saying maybe hold off, look at the Facebook pages, see if Big Chief Studios corrects these mistakes, and they look at sort of bringing out future products that don't have these same issues as this one does. So a real shame. Captain Scarlet is an icon of 1960s children's television. It's a collectible that I know a lot of people out there want, including myself, but I'm not gonna spend that. I've said it numerous times already, but I'm not gonna spend that sort of money for a collectible that I'm going to be disappointed in, because I have to make homemade modifications to it just to get it looking right. So yeah, look, I hope you guys found this video interesting. If you are interested in purchasing a Big Chief Studios collectible Captain Scarlet, I do believe they've got more figures coming down the pipeline. But yeah, for now, I'm mumbling now, so I'll wrap the video up. As promised, Evel Knievel, the history of Evel Knievel toys will drop later this week. So thank you all for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video, the history of Evel Knievel toys, coming in a few days. See you later.